Hi, my name is Schneider-Atik, and I am here to teach you how to look good within Jewish law. And one aspect of that is hair covering for married women, and one aspect of that is Mitpachot. Now, just yesterday, I was in shul, that's synagogue for those of you who might not be familiar with the Yiddish terms, and I was talking to a couple of women who were complimenting me on my wrap, but they were also saying, "Oh, I don't know how you did that. I could never do that." And I tried to explain, it's actually not that difficult. It really isn't. And they said to me, "Well, it's not difficult for you." And I said, "No, it's not difficult at all. That's why I have these tutorials." And one of the women said she'd take a look. So this tutorial is for those women and for all you ladies out there who are newbies to the world of Mitpachot. In order to wear Mitpachot well, you do have to know how to tie them. But the good news is it really, truly is not as difficult as it looks. Even the more elaborate wraps are not actually difficult. They just require a bit more doing. But if you're a newbie, you need to follow the advice of my friend Andrea, co-founder of Rapunzel. You need to find a wrap that is simple and basic and that you can do quickly and easily. You can even do it in your sleep. Then build from there. Well, today I'm going to demonstrate a few wraps that fit that category. They're simple, they're basic, it doesn't take more than 2 minutes to do them, and they're also attractive and flattering to the point where you can wear each of these wraps on their own and you don't need to add anything to them to make them look good unless you want to. But the other thing I like about these wraps is that because they are so basic, they work really well as a base for more elaborate things. So I start out with my first scarf. And I want to thank my helper. Say hi.
Hi.
Now, if you're a newbie to the world of Mitpachot, before you even get a scarf, the first thing you want to do is get this no-slip band. Rapunzel calls it a no-slip band. Royal Hair Covers calls it a grip. CoverYourHair.com calls it a wig grip. Whatever you want to call it, make sure you get one. These things are absolutely indispensable. Then make sure that the first 2 scarves you get, make sure that one is in a dark neutral color that flatters you. That could be black, navy, dark brown, dark gray. And then get the second one in a lighter neutral that flatters you, like white, ivory, cream, beige, or light gray, whatever flatters you. Then, at some point, as your budget allows, you can get yourself a volumizer like this one. I won't go so far as to say it's a must-have when you first start out, because not all wraps require this. In fact, the first wrap I'm going to demonstrate does not require a bump. Okay. I'm starting out with a very lightweight rectangular scarf. Now, I just want to demonstrate something. This is very important to know. If you are capable of draping a scarf over your head and tying it in the back, just like this, if you're capable of doing that, you are capable of tying a scarf any way you want. So never assume, "Oh, I can't do that." Don't say that to me. If you can tie it just like this, you can do a more elaborate scarf. Anyway, the first basic wrap I'm going to demonstrate is one that I demonstrated in my very first tutorial, and it's the crown wrap. All you have to do is take a scarf like this one and tie it at the nape. Again, you don't need a volumizer. I'm just wearing one for convenience. If you do this with an Israeli mitpachat, as I demonstrated in my first video, you would then take the tail end and tuck it in the back. In this case, since this is rectangular, you don't have to. You just bring the side ends up and you twist them like this. And then if the tails are long enough, you can twist them again. And then if they're long enough, you can bring them back down and wrap and tuck. And you get a really nice twist effect. And that's the basic crown wrap. Another one that I like Another one that I like that's actually very similar to the basic crown is the basic round wrap. It's almost exactly the same as the basic crown wrap, except that there's no twist involved. What you do is you take the long end, and by the way, the basic round wrap works best with a long rectangular one because you need some length to pull this off. You take the long end and you smooth it out, and you just bring it over to the side, and then tuck it underneath, and then you do the same thing with the other side. Just smooth it and tuck it underneath. It's that simple. There you go, basic round wrap. And again, super duper simple. The next wrap I'm going to demonstrate is again another basic wrap, and this one I learned from Rapunzel. They call it the Regal wrap. And it's pretty similar to what we've done before, except the only difference is you start by taking one side and you drape it close to the back. For this one, you do need a volumizer, if you can, or at least you need something up here. Anyway, you drape this around the back near the crown, but then you bring the end a little bit forward. Then you take the other side and you make sure that it goes over this short end and bring it around the front. Then you take the two ends and you tie them, and you tuck any way you want. Or sometimes even just tuck them under. And there you go. Basic Regal wrap. Done. And again, this is the kind of thing that you can do very simple, very basic. You can do this almost once you've tried it a couple times, you can do it practically without thinking. Finally, there's one more basic wrap that I like, and this is the one that I was actually wearing yesterday that got all that attention. And for that, I need my assistant again. This next one I'm going to demonstrate is the turban wrap. And for that, I'm going to use my Rapunzel signature scarf. It's a little heavier weight. Now, for all of these scarves, you can do them with a lightweight scarf, like the 2-in-1 I just used, or you can do them with a pashmina. Many of those wraps, in fact, I particularly like when done with a pashmina because the pashmina has more substance to it, so it stands out even more on its own. For the turban wrap, it's as simple as the other wraps, except that you do it from back to front. Now, I folded this so that the color would be just right, and I'm draping it around the back. And now I'm gathering it in the front, crisscross, and now crisscross again, not even a single knot here. And now I just bring it around and tuck, and just tuck it all in. Now, as you can see, if you practice along with me, you'll see these things are so ridiculously easy. And if you want to add some, and even if you do want to add something to them, but you don't actually want to add a second scarf, all you have to do is use a multicolored scarf or a printed scarf, and you're fine. You can do any of these wraps. So just remember that if you're a newbie to the world of Mitpachot, don't let them intimidate you. Just practice, start with these basic wraps, get them, and then when you're ready to step out of your comfort zone, you'll find that you have 1,000,001 things you can do with them. So try to enjoy it and have fun. Thank you.